Welcome, everyone. It's Mike Dotterer, and we have a great show for you today. And it is February 17th. I hope everyone had a wonderful Valentine's slash President's Day holiday weekend. I know it's been frigid across North America. So many of you out there, I'm sending good wishes to many of you that are in the cold regions of North America, and hope you're safe, and hope this cold front that's hitting us will pass through, and we'll be doing fine in the coming days. Here in California, actually, the sun came out, which was nice. So we have a great show for you tonight. It's here. It's 5:27 p.m. here in California, which makes it almost 8:30 in the East Coast. And we have an amazing woman that I want to bring on. Her name is Catherine Turner, and we call her Cat for short. So this is Cat on the Dot, brought to you by Nirvana Gold. And let me tell you a little bit about this special woman. I met her through our company, Nirvana Gold, and she grew up in San Diego and went to Mira Mesa High School. She was on her way to the Olympics. She was an outstanding swimmer. She was all CIF, which means all Southern California. And she was an outstanding swimmer. And I don't know if you've ever met swimmers, but I was fortunate to meet a lot of swimmers. I used to be a swimmer, and then went to college and met lots of swimmers who were Olympians and gold medalists. And they're swimmers and wrestlers have something in common. They're just very disciplined, tend to be intelligent, and I have a lot of admiration for someone that dives in the pool, because sometimes in life, it's almost like a metaphor. Whatever you do in life, when you find out what your bliss is, you have to dive in. You have to start. And swimmers do it all the time. I mean, they can't get in the race unless they dive in. So this woman, Cat Turner, she dove in, and as I said, outstanding swimmer in her youth. She then became a working mother. Her father, by the way, was a Navy SEAL. So she comes from a family of veterans. Her father, again, Navy SEAL. Her mother is from the Philippines. So she has that Eurasian look, and she's beautiful. And she's a mompreneur. And what's really exciting is that Kat saw what Nirvana Gold is doing today years ago. And I want to bring her on and talk about her vision, because she understands more about cannabis than I do, because she's known about the industry, and actually she had the idea of Nirvana Gold before Nirvana Gold did. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on Kat, and
Hi.
welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Happy post-Valentine's Day.
Happy post-Valentine's Day to you, Michael. So good to see you and to be on your show. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you, Kat, for coming on, and just really excited for you to share your story. I know there's probably a lot that I left out, but
Oh
I
gosh.
think a good place to start is, how did you have that vision about, what Nirvana Gold is doing today? How did you have that vision, many years ago?
Well, I'll tell you what. Um, about 5 years ago, right before marijuana and cannabis became legal in the state of California, I had an idea and I had a vision for the company that we would go live. It would be and I guess would be in some type of sales position, and we would take this medicine out to the people. And, I started a company back then 5 years ago called flowerpowerparties.com. And it's basically an event concierge type business where we'll come in, we'll bring all the products and everything to you, and we'll teach you about how to use cannabis, uh, what the different, streams are, how much you take, etc. Just to kind of help you get into it and kind of get on board with it. So that was kind of the whole plan, was to start this multi-level marketing or, a direct selling business where you can speak to people and share the market and talk about the products and how they can help you get off of medication. So that's kind of where it went from there. And, it's kind of gone up and down and up and down. And here we are now. And now we've got the first business of its kind, Nirvana Gold Rush. And what's great about the company is that, we can offer so many different types of products that are really going to be useful for you, the end user. So a lot of people have questions, how are you supposed to use cannabis? What types of cannabis are there? There's flower, there's concentrate, uh, there's all sorts of different things that you can use that can help you achieve the type of goals that you want to reach with your health. So that's kind of where I got started with the idea, and it's nice to see that Nirvana Gold Rush has come up and they have taken it and run with it. And so now we've got this company where you can actually go out and you can become your own cannabis distributor online and do it from the comfort of your own home. So basically, you order online and everything is personally delivered to your front door. Everything is white glove service, and we're talking the Nordstrom of cannabis, basically. So I want you to check it out when you get a chance. I want you to try it out, ask me some questions about it. How can I help you get started with cannabis and why is it good for you? So that's kind of how I got started with that, Michael.
Yeah, well, it's you had that vision. I mean, you knew about cannabis before I did. I mean, I heard of marijuana. I don't use the term marijuana anymore because I think it has a pejorative term, but cannabis is a plant, and
Hmm.
you knew about this, and I remember when I first met you, you said, I thought about this 5 years ago.
And what's funny is that I thought about it and I thought, you know, what is it that what is it that we're gonna bring to the marketplace? How are we gonna bring this to the marketplace once it goes live, once it is legal? And, the thought about it was just bringing the products to your house, introducing you to the products, how to use the products, and the products are cannabis, CBD, THC. It's pretty simple. Um, with Nirvana Gold Rush, we've got everything from elixirs to tinctures to capsules. We actually just are getting flour now. So that's something that's coming up in the future as well that you can order online directly through me or anyone else that is a member of the business. Um, so you don't have to go to a shop. What kind of, speaking about myself, coming from my line of work that I was in previously, I was a director of marketing for 5 offices in Southern California of a very large financial firm. We're talking $600 billion in assets, an international company. And what I decided was I learned that, you know, it doesn't matter what you start with is in terms of your business, as long as you start with something, right? But when this opportunity came up and I had seen that this was something that I wanted to do 5 years ago, it was an absolute no-brainer for me. Absolute no-brainer. So I'm really enjoying being, a cannabis distributor with Nirvana Gold Rush, and I hope that everyone else will come to one of our parties or ask me questions about the products and find out about what they can do to help you save your life. Really?
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned saving your life. I mean, I one of the things I've learned, Kat, in the last 18 months or so of being part of Nirvana Gold is that for those people out there that are struggling with alcohol abuse or
Mm-hmm.
opioid abuse, I've learned that cannabis can be an amazing, use the term elixir, but can
Mm-hmm.
help people transition from alcohol or opioid addiction and not get into the situation where, I mean, there was we were talking about earlier, a football player
Yeah.
that was just died, Vincent Jackson, who
Yeah.
played for the San Diego Chargers. And they
Yep.
mentioned in the article, they said that he had an alcohol issue. And
Hmm.
whenever I see that, I just say to myself, I wish someone could get to those people, those friends, those loved ones, and say, hey, we know that when people, whatever people are taking, it's because they're not happy. There's either physical pain or emotional pain, and
Yeah.
they're using, whether it's alcohol or opioids, to mask that, or to try to ameliorate that pain.
Hmm.
And cannabis is a plant that is now becoming legal all across North America and all across the world, and it really can make a big difference. Why don't you just talk about that, Kat?
Okay. Absolutely. Going back to, gosh, I want to say about 5 years ago, a lot of my good friends that might be watching this tonight don't know this about me, but I really went through something major. And um, I was going to school to get my bachelor's degree in business administration, and I was commuting as well and working full time and commuting back and forth from Temecula, or no, I'm sorry, from Temecula, I apologize, to San Diego and back every day. And on top of that, I had homework at night, 4 nights a week. I spent a few nights away from my son, from my family. And, after about a good year and a half of this, almost 2 years, it really got to me. So much so that I became very, very highly depressed. I became extremely depressed and very emotionally isolated. I isolated myself, and it wasn't intentional. It was just something that happened with going to school and being in the strict regime that I was in for so long. And so one night, I became extremely depressed, and I told my doctor, I think there's something wrong with me. And she said, what's wrong? And, and I said, I feel like a sunflower, and all the dark clouds are just trying to shine on my parade. And she realized that I was extremely depressed and I needed to go on extensive therapy. And so I went into extensive therapy, and I came off of work, and I took about a good year and a half, about a good year off of work, um, and just sought out, you know, deep, deep therapy for my emotional needs. And, this had been years, I mean, years since I was probably about 11 years old, up until about 40, I want to say about 45. So about 30 something years of stress and trauma, and uh, just trying to live up to other people's expectations of me, um, and being perfect. And I realized that that was just something that I couldn't be anymore. And I had to give that up. And I had to realize that my happiness was more important um, than being depressed. So I left work and I went on therapy for about, I don't even know, a year and a half, and was on 3 different medications for depression, anxiety, severe anxiety, post traumatic stress disorder. And I realized that, you know, something had to give, that I just couldn't continue to take the type of medicines that I was taking for so long. I had taken them for almost 3 years. And about, I'd say a couple months before I lost my job with Equitable, I lost my job because of uh, job elimination. It was nothing that I did. The job that I had was created for me, but I lost my job. And I realized that I had to get off the medication that I had been on, because I ended up in the hospital overnight one night. And overnight, I had, just this epiphany, woke up the next day, checked out of the hospital, had a $35,000 hospital bill from one night in the ER, and realized that I had to do something, that my body was telling me it was time to get off the medication, that those medicines were going to kill me if I didn't stop taking them. So I had to stop taking the medicine, which I did. And luckily, my friend Paul called me and he said, Kat, guess what? We're doing your business. It's happening. You need to get on board and you need to come do it now. So I met up with my friend Paul and he said, this is what we've got. This is everything that you can offer people, that you can help people with. It's top of the line, it's high quality. I tried it. I'm telling you right now, it's great stuff. Great stuff. So it's what I use. I use gummies in the morning and I use gummies in the evening. During the day, I'll take a Soothe tablet, which has the CBD and the THC in it that I need. But it's also got a sativa strain to it. So it keeps my energy up and focused, and it helps me be creative. Yet I'm still very focused in what I do. And it's been fantastic. I've launched 4 companies in the last year. And right now they're all in launch phase, but they're going to be set up in the next 6 months and ready to go. And I've stopped taking the 3 types of medications that I was on. One was, antidepressant. One was an anticonvulsant. And the other one is just anti-anxiety medication. So luckily, I haven't had any symptoms that have caused me to go back. And I know a lot of it is because of Nirvana Gold Rush. So,
Yeah, it's truly amazing, Kat, when you talk
yeah.
about how cannabis can help so many people, just like it helped you, it's helping me. I mean, I was severely depressed 3 or 4 years ago, and so
Yeah.
I have the same story, along with physical pain, with playing football. So if there's anyone out there that's suffering from physical pain, emotional pain, being anxiety or stress or
Mm-hmm.
depression,
Yeah.
or sleeping issues, you're having trouble sleeping,
Yeah.
um, you can get information, and there's a little ticker tape down below. It says, for more information, go to CATZ, that's KATZ .nirvanagoldrush.com, and that's website, and you can get more information and learn about the great work that we're doing. And Kat, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you.
story.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be on your show. And I'm hoping that we can do these every week because I've got some dosing information for my new customers out there that are interested in joining this revolution, the CBD revolution. I can tell you every day that the stigmas are going away. And it's really great to have a product out there that's completely natural that you can take, and there are no side effects. No side effects. So that's a
Yep.
great thing.
No side effects. Yes, it is great to know that, um, you know, you're not going to overdose. I mean, you're not going
Yeah.
to, it's truly amazing. And just very grateful, Kat, that you and I met through Nirvana Gold, and very grateful to Virginia and Tom Yerrick for starting this company, founding this company.
Yes.
And
Yes.
also thankful to Paul, who shared it with you. And I want to thank the man that shared it with me, Pierre Bouljean. Thank you, Pierre. You definitely changed my life. And I will make I do want to, maybe we can talk about this next week, Kat. We have a
Yeah.
tool, when you look at life, it's like climbing Mount Everest and you want to get to the top of the mountain. Well, one of the ways that we're going to get to the top of the mountain with Nirvana Gold is we have a tool now that will help people share Nirvana Gold, and it's called I Decide. And so
Yes.
if you want more information on that, get in touch with Kat. She can share it with you. Also, I'm available anytime. But this tool is coming out this weekend, and
Yeah.
it's gonna kind of change the landscape of the direct sales industry. I like to keep the word sales out because we are moving toward a sharing, abundant economy where everyone can benefit in the miracles of cannabis, and you can have your own virtual store, your virtual
Yes.
dispensary for
Yeah.
a very nominal cost, and you can be part of a great growing team. And again, thank you, Kat, and looking forward to our next Cat on the Dot.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. It'll be next week, right? Next week, same time.
Yeah,
I
we
think
can do
5 o'clock.
it. Yeah, and I know you're going to keep me to that time, right?
I am gonna keep you to that.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, thank
Thank you,
you.
sweetheart. Yes, and if you guys want information, please go to the website, catsnirvanagoldrush.com.
Take care, everyone. Thanks, Kat.
Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye. Talk with you soon.
Okay, see ya.
Wishing everyone a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.